Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to talk about an interesting development after Tokyo Game Show. Now, we all know Sega is bringing all of its classic hits from the several eras of Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. All the greatest hits of Sega are coming back with the Sega Ages franchise. Re-releases of some of the classic games of all time. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog out on the Switch, Thunder Force is out, Virtual Racing was revealed, and yeah, at Tokyo Game Show there was an interesting development. Sega actually had a poll asking people what games they would like released. First and foremost, out of all the things winning, is Jet Set Radio. Now, yeah, that's cool. The Jet Set Radio series, some of the best games that Sega has developed. But right below that is Shenmue. Now, Shenmue actually just recently came back out. They had a re-release of Shenmue 1 and 2 on the PlayStation and Xbox platforms. And interestingly enough, the response for Shenmue must be high because of this re-release. Lots of people are wanting to have it on the Switch, and they actually acknowledged the results of this poll. Now let's go ahead and see the exact quote that is leading speculation that Sega might be seriously considering Shenmue being released on the Switch. Now this is from localization producer Eigo Kasahara and director Hiroshi Noguchi. Now pardon my Japanese, but the possibility of the Shenmue saga coming to the Nintendo Switch is being talked about now. And these two guys had some quotes to say. They talked to 4Gamer and they said, the fans have really shown their love for Shenmue. And for that, I'm really grateful. Personally, I think it'd be great if you could play Shenmue on the Switch anywhere. And that was Noguchi. Kasahara says, whether or not we could do something like that in reality, we're taking the fans' opinions into consideration. Following up on that might take some time, but it's something I definitely want to consider. So this is not setting anything in stone. It's just that they are actually acknowledging the fans wanting to have Shenmue on the go. Sega seems like they're doing pretty good when it comes to doing fan service now. It's like Sega's doing all this awesome shit for their Sega Ages lineup that's coming out. Lots of big historic assignments, announcements, games coming out that are just huge surprises. They're not just limiting themselves to just one era of their franchise history. They're doing everything and anything. So yeah, I mean, for example, I mentioned Virtual Racing is making a comeback on the Nintendo Switch. That was like a big, huge arcade version game that was announced, not just the Sega 32X version that was announced. So lots of surprises coming. It's interesting that this poll showed such a huge response for Shenmue, and that Sega is actually acknowledging this. Like, it is a possibility. It would be huge. I know I have several friends that are into Shenmue. Happy Console Gamer, Joe from GameSack, Alpha Mega Sin. These guys are Shenmue fanatics. And I know that Shenmue has such a huge fan base that if this were to come over, it would be freaking gigantic. For Shenmue 1 and 2 to be on a Nintendo system, granted they are rather old games, but that's a good lineup of a third-party game to be added onto a console that already has so many great ports and great games throughout the history of gaming. I mean, Sega has potential here to make some serious money if they were to release it on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's going to happen. Let's say probably within a year. Let's say that by E3, Shenmue will be on the Nintendo Switch. Probably when Shenmue 3 comes out, they'll port over 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. That's my guess. Now, they do have their hands full with a lot of these titles coming out. We got Phantasy Stars, we got Team Sonic Racing coming out, we have all these Sega Ages coming out. Sega is having a really busy 2018, so it remains to be seen if this will happen or not. But like I said, they are considering it, and they are taking a look at the fan response, which is really awesome. So what do you guys think? Comment below. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and throw a subscription, like, all that good jazz. And I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day and peace out.